Stacy, and I'm doing my next video about the comic bento boxes. And I subscribe to this service that every month I pay $25 and they send me like a box of comics. And I started doing this because I wanted to get into reading comics, and I had read some and I wasn't sure where to start all the time, so this way it gives me things that I wouldn't think to try. So this month, which was October's box, I got 4 different ones. I haven't read them all yet. The first one is The Ticking, and it's by Renee French. This one is about a boy who is deformed, and when he's born, his mother dies, and it's about his journey with his father and his life growing up and things like that. This I did finish. I read it the night I got the box, actually. It's a very easy read. The illustrations and pictures in this book are beautiful, and it is mostly pictures like this with like captions underneath and telling the story. This was a very interesting story and very interesting way of telling it. The next one I have is Night Mary, and this one is about a girl who's trained to go into people's dreams, and her dad works at a sleep disorder clinic, and she finds out that one of the people's dreams she goes in, she finds out they're like a serial killer. So then it becomes like a blending of reality and dream, and does she escape and can she get out? So this one I'm looking forward to. The box was themed also like Halloweenish, so this is kind of what this one's very shadowy with its pictures and things like that to bring in that dream. The Big Book of Horror is the next one, and this has 3 classic stories in it. It's got Frankenstein, Dracula, and War of the Worlds in this book. So it's 3 different stories that they tell, and this is what the inside looks like. So this one I'm interested, especially since I've read all 3 of those books. So this will be very interesting to see what the graphic representation of those are in here. And I really like the illustrations when I was flipping through it, so that one should be a good read. The next one is called Shadowman, and this is volume 1 of Shadowman, and I can't remember what this one's about, but I know it's something creepy. There are 4 volumes, it looks like, in this. I need to look up and see if there are more of them or if it's just the 4 of them. But this, I'm excited to read too. So this is my adventure. This is the second one I've gotten of the box. I've only been subscribing to it for 2 months. And if you're interested in it, I will put a link down in the bottom. But this is definitely, for me, worth it because it's definitely opening up my eyes to different things that I typically wouldn't have picked up. Generally what I read when the comics is what I have, or at least what I have read is I've read some of the Stephen King. I did The Stand. I'm partway through that series. I did the Godzilla one, which I had posted in my wrap-up before. And I'm reading Fables. And I have a whole bunch of like the Wizard of Oz ones and ones based off books and things like that. I have some of the Batman detective comics. I think it's the Detective, that series. So I have a whole bunch of them in my room in a basket that I need to go through, and I read them a long time ago. But I've recently gotten into the graphic novels, and I have obviously a growing pile of them now. I have a whole bunch of them back there that I'm in the process of reading through and going through them. So I'll probably do another video about different comics that I already have and am planning on reading. So if this is something that interests you, or if you've read any of these ones, let me know what you thought about them in the comments. And if you like my videos, please click the subscribe button down below.